cooking. They wanted to see my skills. So we were allotted a limited time and a limited pantry, a specific time given, and you had cameras shooting at you. So barely and oddly, I remember the camera shooting at me because I was so busy and engrossed with my dish. I remember I made my son's favorite recipe was with chicken cheese bombs, and I barely noticed the cameras around me. I'm very comfortably cooking. I presented my dish, and the day ended pretty satisfactory. So I got back to Bangalore, and after a few days I got a call that I have been selected among the top 100 in the country. So they said, would you be able to come for further auditions to Mumbai? And if I was selected further, they told me that it would require me to stay for about 4 or 5 months in Mumbai while the show was on. Now, this was stressful. I had to convince my family about it, so I discussed with my husband and my father-in-law. They were very supportive, but kind of hesitant. Though I come from a considerable liberal family, it did not require me to go out there, or rather, let me put it, I did not have any scope to go out there and achieve something so publicly. But I managed to convince them, telling them I'll carry myself very well, and I don't know if even I'll make it to the next round, so let me give it a shot, let me go. And they said, okay. And after many rounds, I was selected among the top 50 in the country when the show started. So I took each step as it came and made it to the top 12 position. Every time I enter the MasterChef kitchen, I told myself one thing. Don't expect anything. Just give it your best shot, be yourself, and have a blast, because it was cooking. And this is what I love doing. So that's what I did. My journey from being one among the thousands to reaching the first runner-up position was a thrilling one. It was a roller coaster ride. And a journey of self-discovery, a life-altering experience. There was so much of learning that happened, so much of growth, and the opportunity to being trained under some of the world's famous chefs. 4 or 5 months I did miss my family, but I made friends for a lifetime. There were times, there were moments that still make me laugh. We figured out that whenever you had 5 or 6 cameras rushing to your station, you have definitely goofed up something. And either your food is burning or you've done it something wrong. And we learned the art how to tackle the judges who would come to mentally grind us. All I would do is just smile at them and tell them that I'll fix it. And finally, I think they gave up hope on kind of trying to mentally harass me. So, yeah. So following MasterChef, I got a lot of love and recognition. And I kind of channeled this appreciation into doing more, exploring more into the culinary world than being busy. I traveled across the country and the world hosting masterclasses, doing television shows, a lot of YouTube content, brand associations, and much more. It was all about the focus in my life had just become cooking. Moving on, I kind of told myself that I was looking for an identity, and I have found it, my own pehchan that I wanted, and my family is super proud of it now. I'm so elated when my sons introduce me to their friends and says, she's my mom, she's Shazia Khan, MasterChef? She's that. So imagine how happy I feel. To share my joy of cooking, what culminated was a cookbook, What's on the Menu. The recipes featured in this book are very, very close to my heart and relished by my loved ones. Since my master classes were very popular, I thought that I must start a culinary school, and then the cooking studio came into existence, which boasts kind of state-of-art infrastructure and equipment. My vision was to bring people together from all walks of life who share the common joy of cooking and who are passionate about it. We started a program where we train underprivileged girls who have great potential in being chefs, and kind of this also becomes like a place in itself where they get respectable jobs. I started my own production house, Shazia Productions, which expertise in creating cookery show content and YouTube content for famous brands. I wanted to continue sharing my joy for cooking, and I loved cooking for people. So I started my own cafe called the Studio Cafe, where the menu is very carefully created and we prepare dishes with a lot of love and care. And to anyone who walks in will get a taste of home, away from home, and yet a Bangalore taste. So all this and much more is still in the list. Moving on, I would just like to say whenever someone calls me their role model, I take it to heart and drive it to do more and drive me to do more and more. There was this young girl who used to watch Chef Sanjeev Kapoor's show and kind of watch him create magic on TV. And I would actually do this. Trust me, I would actually do this. I would go back to my kitchen secretly and enact him with his dialogue like, "Ab hum isme namak dalenge swad anusar," in my own style, acting as if I was doing my own show. And many years later, I did a show for his channel. So now who says that dreams don't turn into a reality, right? Many people say, stop dreaming, face reality, wake up. But I will tell you, keep dreaming and make them a reality. I have created my own pehchan, my own identity, from being just known as my father's daughter, my husband's wife, my children's mother. As my journey goes on, I call myself still work in progress. I take life, whatever it gives to me, and work towards learning more and more every day. Many people ask me that, what is the secret of your success? Are there any tips you have to make it to the top in MasterChef? Please train us, give us a training program on how you make it to the top. So I just tell them one thing, believe in your dreams, value yourself, because if you don't value yourself, nobody will. And also, very importantly, explore your passion. Passion is something that became my identity. People know me as MasterChef Shazia Khan. Alright, so believe in that passion. Imagine every day I go to work and I'm so happy and excited because it's my passion. I'm not forced to do anything, but it's just my passion. The very fact that I'm standing here and sharing my story with you says it all. So, life is not about finding yourself, my dear children, it's about creating yourself. So go ahead and do that.